Hello, everyone, and welcome to the only show that targets small business owners in Connecticut. And how can we help you? I am Scott Gombar, and I will be your host. So hold on, sit back, and relax. So this is the first show of the Scott Gombar podcast, and I wanted to talk about something that I get approached on quite often, and it seems a lot more lately than ever before. How do I get more followers? And should I pay for followers? Should I pay $40 for 2,500 followers, or $39.99 for 5,000 followers on Instagram? I'm telling you that does not work. So I posted a blog post on my website, scottgombar.com. That's SCOTTGOMBAR.com, where we talk about how you can get followers, quality followers, followers that are going to purchase from you, followers that are going to engage with you, followers that are going to help you grow your business. And isn't that what we want to do? Isn't that why we're here? We're here to market our business, right? The post was put up on July 8th. So if you go to my site as of right now, it's the most recent post, but July 8th, 2014. And let's talk about what you can do and what you definitely should not do. All right. So the post title is 7 Steps to Grow Your Following Responsibly on Social Media. And social media is not a popularity contest, and it's not. If you're on there, you're a 17-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid like my daughter, and you're just going on there to post pictures of what you're doing and what you're eating and the last time you brushed your teeth, that's great. That's great. If I have all your high school friends follow you, have your college friends follow you, have your coworkers follow you, and it works out great. However, I'm guessing by the fact that you're listening to this podcast, that's not what you're here to do. You're here to grow your following because you want to grow your business. So let's talk about how we're going to do that. For starters, you're going to target followers by demographics. There's a lot of ways to do that. I use Twello. Twello is a great site. It's TWELLO, maybe a W at the end, I'm not sure, .com. And you can go there and you can target followers on Twitter by demographics, by location, by what they do, by roles. You can also do this right from Twitter, but I find Twello to be a little easier to use to do this. You can register your user ID on Twello, and by doing so, you'll be able to expand on your following by targeting specific followers by all types of demographics. If you go to Facebook, you can also target followers by demographics, location, what they do, how much money they make. You have to use Facebook ads for that. But how much money they make, how much they're worth, their job titles, what industry they're in, all of those good things. LinkedIn, same thing. You can target extremely specifically. And then finally on Google, very similar. You can target whoever you're looking to find by using Google AdWords and organic search methods. Now, I mentioned it just a second ago. I said you can use ads on Facebook, you can use ads on Google, you can use ads on Twitter, and you can find followers using ads. As a matter of fact, especially Facebook and Google, they allow you to drill down to extremely specific demographics. So if you're looking almost to the person, if you're looking for someone, and if you are looking for a specific person, you're probably best to go to LinkedIn. However, you can search for users on Twitter and Facebook and so forth to find them. There's ways to get around it with the Facebook page. There are ways to find a person and then hopefully attract them to your page. Without using ads, there's natural organic ways to do so, but ads are better ways to target very specific audiences. So now you have the following. Now you have people watching everything you do on social media, and you're thinking, what do I do next? Well, it's really easy. Have a conversation with them. You're a business owner. Chances are you're getting out there, you're networking with people, you're talking to people about what you do, maybe giving them some pointers, some ideas, explaining more detail of how exactly your business works, what type of clients you want, all kinds of stuff about you, about your business. Maybe you have a conversation with some of your clients about your kids or your family life, your home, problems maybe you're facing in your life, such as you need an electrician or you need a car repairman. All of these things. You can have conversations about all of these things on social media as well. Have a conversation. Don't sell. selling doesn't work on social media, and you're only going to drive customers, potential clients away. You want to have a conversation. I personally, when I use social media, especially Facebook and Twitter, I post a lot of personal stuff, including Instagram. So on Instagram, you will see photos of my son, or photos of my backyard as I'm working from the back porch because it's a beautiful day out. Not so much today. Today it's last time I checked it was 96 degrees and extremely high humidity. So it's not very comfortable today. So I'm in my office today. But point is, I'm going to put personal stuff. I'm going to talk to you about my life because I'm personalizing my social media. Doing so makes me look like a human being behind the social media. By the way, if you want, you can follow me on Twitter. It's at Scott Gombar. Instagram at Scott Gombar. Facebook page is Scott Gombar LLC. What did I miss? LinkedIn, Scott Gombar. So I'm pretty easy to find. If you go to my website, all the links are there as well. You should also have a blog. You have a website. Your website is kind of like your store on the internet. So even if it's not an e-commerce site, it's still your store. It's still your physical location, but it's not your physical location. It's your virtual location on the internet. That's your office space on the internet, and that's where you want people to go to ultimately. You want to drive traffic to your website from social media, from Google search, from Bing and Yahoo. You want everybody to go to your website ultimately. The way you're going to get people to your website, the way you're going to move up in your search rankings is by using fresh, new, unique, and relevant content. The way you're going to accomplish this, the easiest way to accomplish this, even though some people don't feel this is the easiest way to accomplish this, is by having a blog. Write about what you talk about. I said when you're out networking, you have conversations about what you do, maybe tips or pointers, things you maybe free advice, things you're going to do for the customer, free add-ons, added value. Okay, you have a blog for that purpose. I blogged about what we're talking about on this podcast, and it's on my website, and I gave you some pointers. So now I blogged about it. Once I blog, I'm going to share across all the different social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, Instagram, all the different social media platforms. And when I do this, I'm spreading my blog, and I'm also helping by creating new, fresh, relevant content on my website. I'm helping my Google search rankings because that's what Google looks for now. They're not looking for keyword stuffing or link spamming or any of that stuff. They're looking for fresh, relevant content that belongs to you. So make sure you sign up for Google authorship. That's another podcast. That's another blog post on my website. So you definitely want to have that blog going, and you want to share that blog all the time on social media. Make sure you have new blog posts as frequently as possible. If you need help with content for your blog, you simply just look around on the internet. You'll find something. Something will pop in your brain, and you'll say, "All right, I need to write a blog post about this." Sometimes it's I see somebody post, or I had a conversation with somebody, and the topic kind of touches home, and it's personal to me. And I feel an emotion. I say, I need to talk about this. I need to have an outlet, and it's my blog. This blog post that I'm talking about now, that's exactly what it is. It's an outlet. Answer questions. You can listen on social media. You can listen for people looking for help for whatever it is. I use the example of a plumber all the time. I did not use it in the blog post, but I'm going to use it now. I use the example of a plumber. Plumbers seem to be scarce these days, but any plumber you talk to, they're going to tell you, how's social media going to help me? How is me having a website going to help me? How are all the things going to help me grow my business? Well, that's a great question. The answer is, how many plumbers have a website? How many plumbers use social media? How many people are looking for plumbers? In Connecticut, I don't know the number off the top of my head. I believe monthly there's around 36,000 searches on Google alone for plumbers. That doesn't include Facebook, Bing, Yahoo, and anywhere else asking questions on Twitter and so forth. So if I'm a plumber and I'm on Twitter and I'm on Facebook and I'm on LinkedIn and I'm on Google+, and people are asking questions, do you know a great plumber? Hey, what do I do about a leaky faucet? Or what do I do about this is the problem I'm having right now, a refrigerator hose The hose that goes to my freezer to make ice is leaking. How do I fix that? You know what? I tried to fix it. I can't. I need a plumber. You help me out, and I'm more likely to trust you to come to my house to fix it. Using hashtags in the conversation. So the blog post that I created has two views on hashtag usage. One is the spammy type of hashtags, or the run-on sentence, or the entire post is just hashtag after hashtag after hashtag, or I wrote a sentence and then I added 20 hashtags after it to get attention. You don't want to do that. It looks spammy, it looks ridiculous and childish. You want to include the hashtags in the conversation, and I include an example on the blog post. In my example, it says 5 ways to jumpstart your content marketing program today. Learn more now. And there's a couple of keys there. First of all, I put the hashtag in front of content marketing. I made it one word and put the hashtag in front of that. People who are looking for information about content marketing on any of the social media platforms will now find that. And it'll make sense. 5 ways to jumpstart your content marketing program today. Learn more now. I did a couple other things there. I also included a call to action. A call to action that says, do it now. Don't wait. Hurry up. Time's limited. Learn more now. Call to action. I also didn't say read more. I said learn more. Not everybody wants to read. Hence the reason I'm creating this podcast. So I can also just listen to what I'm talking about in the blog post, and maybe I can refer back to the blog post at another time. You can also, by titling it 5 Ways to Jumpstart Your Content Marketing Program Today, I've now told my audience there's going to be 5 steps, simple, only 5, and I could break it down into the 5 steps. And I could go to the blog post and say, all right, 1, I'm already doing that. 2, that's a good idea. Let me do that. 3, already doing that. 4 and 5, not doing it. I'm going to institute that today. This blog post is 7 steps to growing your following on social media responsibly, of course. And then I would also include an image whenever possible. With Twitter, if you use Twitter cards, you can include an image that way. If you don't know what Twitter cards is, that'll be a future podcast, also on my website as a blog post. Use images and videos. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? We've all heard that saying. Well, it's the truth. I could tell you from experience, whenever I post anything on any social media, if I include an image, it gets more engagement. More people look at it, more people interact with it, and I am generating more interaction between myself and my audience. Even if they're just looking, they're there because they saw an image and they say, hey, what's that? Let me take a look. It could be anything. It doesn't even have to be related to the post, but it has to be an image or a video. And if you're going to do that, just make sure that you're not violating any copyright laws. You probably won't even get caught, but if you did, you're going to get into trouble. Somebody's going to tell you cease and desist. But it just doesn't look right. I do use stock photos. Some people will tell you not to use stock photos. I just don't have enough photos, and I don't have a graphic design background, so I do use stock photos, and that's okay. I purchase some photos. There's some very reasonable sites out there. The videos I do create myself. Right now I'm just using screen capture. Eventually I will do some videos of me, and I will also have whiteboard videos. So, those are the 7 steps to help grow your audience. There were 5 steps that I would tell you not to do. And I'm just going to tell you what they are real quick. Do not buy followers. It's not going to help you. Only thing it's going to do is take money out of your bank account. Do not sell. We've all been victimized by the pushy salesman. You didn't like it. I didn't like it. Nobody likes it. Don't do it on social media. Follow the 80-20 rule. I personally would probably say 95-5. That's just me, and I usually recommend that to my clients for the most part. There's the occasional client where it may be a little more relevant to put up offers, but for the most part, stay away from anything more than 80-20. Do not ignore your social media. I'm sure we've all seen the Facebook page that looks like a barren wasteland, tumbleweeds rolling around, and nothing's happening on that page. There was a post 2 years ago, and that's it. Subconsciously, it's a turnoff. I'm not going to do business with that company. If there's another company who has a very active Facebook page where I can see people are interacting, I can see reviews, I can see a conversation going on, and I can see that they know what they're talking about. Don't let your nephew's best friend's girlfriend run your social media campaign. You may as well get your nephew's best friend's dog to do it if that's going to be the case, because chances are they don't know what a social media expert, what an inbound marketing expert knows to do in order to get people to your website. Again, the ultimate goal is to get people to your website, and your website should have some call to actions, maybe some pages where all you're doing is putting up an offer, just things that will get them to interact more on your page. They say on average it takes about 7 touches to reach a new client. So there are ways to retarget clients using your website, using Facebook and Twitter and so forth. But when you get to the page, you're also going to want them to maybe sign up for a mailing list, or for example, on my page I have a free website analysis, and by doing so they sign up for my mailing list. So now there's another opportunity for me to touch them again. Do you see where I'm going with this? This is inbound marketing. If your inbound marketer, your so-called SEO expert, is telling you something different, they're wrong. And finally, again, do not bury posts in your hashtags. I got an example of something. I'm sure we've all seen the mile-long hashtag. It just doesn't work. So that blog post is on scottgombar.com. I'll be sharing it on all my social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter. I'll put this podcast on YouTube, Google Plus, Instagram. It'll be on all of those sites. And I know this is a short podcast. This is my first podcast. I'm very new at podcasting, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, Scott Gombar, Connecticut Inbound Marketing, scottgombar.com. That's SCOTTGOMBAR.com. And you can also call us 203-806-0736. Be happy to answer any questions you have. Thanks.